closer.
Welcome everyone back to Mr. Weather Updates. In today's video, we're going to look at the radar to see what's going on now. It's going to be a little bit clearer today, a little bit more of a nice day. It has been a little bit cooler. I would say around average for today. You can see here, hit 3 degrees, 1 here in a rural area. But we could still see some scattered showers in some areas as well, especially towards Midlands, Wales, and the north, southeast, which will be continuing on today. We might see an increased thickening of cloud for tomorrow as well. Temperatures again around average, maybe a little bit below average in some areas for today. Now we're still hanging on to the yellow rain warning. It's like I said, it's going to be lasting for quite a while. Again, it's the persistent rain. We did go through this yesterday. Obviously, will lead to difficult driving or travel conditions and flooding possible. Flooding of a few homes, interruption to power supplies, rain and flooding, and bus and train services. We also said about 70 with 100 millimeters of rain likely to fall, with 150 millimeters of rain, and it has a medium likelihood and a low impact. Now, looking at the radar, you can see today we have most of the clear spells will be moving around about really, but on later on we might be seeing a little bit more thick cloud and drizzle. Unfortunately. Now, the temperature will be rising for tomorrow, getting more mild, and you can see the heavy rain, which is going to be in the highlands over there. Otherwise, mostly cloudy again, so back to cloudy, but more mild this time instead of cold. But on Monday, maybe we could see a few clear spells if you are lucky, but mostly in Scotland, still hanging on to some rain. Onto Tuesday does look a little bit wetter for later areas. We could see some heavy showers in some areas as well. So Wednesday itself, again, could still see some heavy showers. Some could even be thundery as well as that front moves there. And then look onto Thursday. It does look a little bit clearer night in some areas, but mostly changeable if I'm being honest. So yeah. You have to see about that. So yeah, this is today's temperatures. On average, really, actually 6-7 degrees. So mid to low single digits or mid single digits. However, the mild air does start to pull in. We've got 11 to 12 degrees now, falling back to above average, and this is about more in most areas. On to Monday, again, still hanging on to mild air, 11 to 12 degrees. Maybe some areas, maybe Scotland might not have as many double digits, but plenty of mild air to come. And then on to Tuesday, slightly cooler. We could see more 10 degrees. Most of the mild air in the Far East. Otherwise, there's another front of mild air, which could definitely bring some very mild air, actually, very above average temperatures. And we can see 13, 14, and even 15 degrees. That is very high for this year, in fact. So that's nearly warm. We could even see 16 in a rural spot if it hangs on. Maybe unlikely for the time of year, we'll have to see. So, yeah, definitely turning mild for the time of year. We'll be able to see that as there has been an air mass which has pulled in from the Atlantic, giving some more milder air. As well, with maybe a little bit more unsettled conditions. However, later in the week, we could see a few colder interludes, maybe falling back to average. But then again, we could see more milder air for Christmas, unfortunately. If we have a look at the temperature gradients, yeah, we can actually see here. Next week, it could be a little bit colder, actually. So, but not in time for Christmas, because we could see a front of mild air push in, like I said, there we go. That front of mild air just in time for Christmas, with an air of lowish to highest pressure. I think the highest pressure will be in the south. Could see some showers there. Stop moving down. So could still see double digits on Christmas. So it does look a little bit mild for Christmas. Just start to weaken a little bit as we get to the new year. Maybe some colder interludes into that. Otherwise, it does unfortunately look. I know some areas people doesn't really like that, but could see some warm, mild. I wouldn't say wet yet. I'm not too sure, but at least mild Christmas for the time of year. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.